Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be making a little gift box for this necklace that I got for my girlfriend. She recently got a world map like this tattooed on her foot, and I saw this necklace and thought, gotta get it, because it matches. So, rather than just like put this bag in a little cardboard box and wrap it up or something, I'm a woodworker. I gotta make something out of wood. So, gonna make a little box here. That's gonna have a little lid that fits on top. And I've never done anything like this before, so something new, so y'all can follow along. What I'm gonna do is, whatever's the bottom, I'm gonna cut a little rabbet around the whole thing that the lid will fit over. And then I'll hollow out the inside for this to fit down in there. And then just carve out the lid a little bit so that it fits down over the bottom. And then we'll sand it and finish it and be done. Should be just maybe a couple hour project. Gonna use the router, my little trim router, for a lot of it. So first things first, I've measured this and added a 1/2 inch to each side because I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch rabbet and then have a 1/4 inch lip around the whole thing. So add a 1/2 inch to each side, so 1 inch total extra width, 1 inch total extra height. And so now we're just going to cut it and get started. Alright, so I got a 1/4 inch rabbeting bit in the router here, and I've got it raised up a 1/4 inch, so it's going to be a 1/4 inch in, 1/4 inch tall. Should I do a 1/2 inch? I don't know, but I'm just going to turn this on and run this around and cut a rabbet around the edge here, and then I'll leave a 1/4 inch around the edge of this and hollow out the inside so that the top will fit over the bottom. So there you can see the rabbet. I think I'm going to drop it down to a 1/2 inch so that the top kind of fits over, and so the box doesn't look super huge. It'll be a more thin, low profile box. So I'm going to raise the bit up, take it down another 1/4, and we'll move along to the next step. Alright, so here's the final. That's about 1/2 inch. It's a little bit under 1/2 inch, maybe like a, what is that, like a 32nd under. 1/2 inch, close enough, doesn't matter. So now I'm going to route out the inside here. I'm going to come in a 1/4 inch from here and route out the inside.
It's very, beautiful, supposedly, it's supposed to be beautiful, but it was like, if you need anything, anything at all, just let me know. And then he writes, of course, if it's pressing, you might want to ask someone else because, so you can wait 24 months. And I remember getting that and just laughing. And then that became our thing.
Alright, so before I route this out, rather than try to plunge my router down in there, I'm just going to drill a 1/2 inch hole with a Forstner bit so that my 1/2 inch bit can fit down in there a little bit easier. Just to make it a bit simpler for the router, and then I can just run around, and I'm not going to go all the way to the edge with the router. I'll get fairly close, and then I'll cut the rest down with a chisel, just to make sure that I stay nice and on the lines.
unchoosy part. Well, that's okay. That's where you're forcing me.
I'm glad you're phrasing it this way, because that's exactly the problem with our intuitions. We have this intuition that, yeah, your brain might look like this. You have these genes, you have these experiences. That makes
pushing my face in the mud.
After Ivan had confessed, this was right after the murder.
I was reading my statement and looked at you. It was a very powerful moment for me when you raised your tear-stained face to look at me. Ever since this happened, I have been trying to find something good in all the horror and pain. I want to say, God bless you all in all things. Second, I have to go straight to the point.
He starts his experiments.
Oh my lord, this is straight out of a movie. While reporting the story, we ended up visiting the rare book room at the New York Academy of Medicine, which is pretty much the coolest room ever. It's all mahogany, with like ancient skulls sitting on top of bookshelves, and the books are
Hundreds and hundreds of years old.
In any case, the librarian, Arlene Shaner, showed us around, and then we found some white gloves.
By the body, because there was this theory that the body had this vital force and that was necessary for the bodily processes, including digestion. So if you took the stomach acid out, what would happen?
December 14th, 1829, at 1 o'clock.
That's what it's all about.
Now, Beaumont didn't know it, but that juice he was seeing?
Which he called
Gastric juice.
Those are enzymes. And what enzymes are like little chemical scissors. They break down food so that
Gastric juice, and he lectures
from
there.
the dude's stomach.
Yeah, he travels around with it.
And whenever he could, he would take St. Martin with him.
So Martin was his power player. And he's like, I need you, man. I need you on the stage so everybody else can come up and stick their tongue in your stomach.
For William Beaumont, this works out pretty great.
He's thought of as this, tremendous contributor to the understanding of
Produced by Judd Abumrad. Our staff includes Ellen Horn, Soren Wheeler, Pat Walters, Tim Howard, Brenna Farrell, Dylan Keefe, Lynn Lee.
Okay, so one little problem that I just ran into is that. So annoying. What happened was, whenever I was routing out the inside, my router kind of caught and ran away, and so it was really thin over here, which I didn't even think about. So whenever I was just putting that curve on it, it went all the way through and broke a little piece out. Can't really do anything about it. Just got to go with it. Front looks good. This is going to be the front, so we'll just stick that in the back and tell them not to turn it around. So other than that, coming along nice. I wanted to put like a little curve kind of detail on it, for one, to make it easier to open, because whenever it's just straight you don't really have anything to hold on to, and to just add a little bit of flair to it. So I think it looks good. I'm just gonna hand sand in here in this radius, and I've already sanded everything else, so it's ready for finish. So I'll sand in here, and then we'll finish it. Alright, got it all sanded. Time to apply the finish. Just using my standard Danish oil like I do in every video. Nothing new here. And I'm actually going to try a new way of signing my my work here. I've got a little wood burner that I'm gonna try to sign the bottom with. So I'm not going to put finish on the very bottom yet. I'm gonna do the sides here. Just because I don't know how the wood burner would react with the oil. The last thing I want to do is burn the wood shop down. So I'm just gonna not do that yet. I'm not sure if I should put finish on the inside or not, just because I don't want it to mess with the jewelry there. So I don't know. I'll just put finish everywhere else except there, and then we can decide in a little bit. Just kind of think about it for a minute. Need a little brush here. Okay, and now after I've finished the whole thing with this oil, I'm just going to put some of the salad bowl finish on there, like I've been doing on my last few projects. I really like how this seals in and gives a nice little sheen to it, a little buff. So we're pretty much done for the most part. Just going to keep on finishing, and then I'll show it to y'all after it gets done.